Hi, I'm Shelly, and I have been working on renovating my 2001 Thor Tahoe California Light camper, which is 22 feet long, 3,000 pounds, and built in 2001. So it was very out of date, and I've been gradually working on renovating the whole thing. I thought today I would finally finish the dining area, which is like the jackknife sofa and this dinette, and show you what all I've done to it so far, clean everything up, and then decorate it, because that's the fun part, right? So this is the dinette area of the camper. So this sits about 4 people at this little dining area with this table and the 2 benches. The top area is a bunk that folds down. I can show you that real quick. There's a cushion here that I recovered in a prettier fabric. As you can tell by my coat, I'm kind of into this color right now. But this bunk is actually more spacious than you would think. I actually climbed up here and laid down here for the first time since I bought the camper, and it's a lot more comfortable than you'd think. You don't feel like you're claustrophobic or on a submarine or anything like that. As far as what I did to this area, mostly I painted everything white, which took a long time. Like I've said in my other videos, it took me 4 to 5 coats, depending on whether it was the walls or the cabinets. And then this is actually wallpaper. So I applied the wallpaper, I put in new hardware, and the set of hardware that I purchased was actually short by 2. I needed, I think, 14, and it was a set of 12. So these 2 I bought at the hardware store and spray painted them copper so they would match the rest of the camper. As I mentioned in my 2/3 done video, I took out a big cabinet that was right here. I ripped it all out, and then I put some pieces of wood in here to make it look seamless. So the next thing I did after I was done painting is I hemmed and hawed for a million years about what to do with this space. I think that at some point I'm going to put some more wood on here, kind of like this, but for now it is white contact paper, and as you can see I did not do a super great job of it, but that's because I'm planning to upgrade that pretty soon. And for now I think I'm going to put something on there like a tablecloth or something like that to cover it up, since it's not super cute quite yet. I also removed all of the ugly old valances, those carpet covered wooden box things that go over the windows and that the blinds are behind or inside. I removed all of those. Those were screwed in pretty tight, and I got these little curtain rods at the hardware store. They were very inexpensive, and they look really good. I think they were $2.50 each. So it's $2.50, $2.50, $2.50. So I spent, you know, $7 or whatever on $7.50 on the new hardware for the curtains. And I also made all of these curtains. So I just sewed those using my sewing machine. They're extremely simple. I wouldn't even know how to make a how-to. There's nothing to even explain. It's just where you need a seam, you sew it. It's just that simple. I don't know how to explain it. I'm really happy with how the dining table, the dinette table, turned out. Basically what I did is I went to the hardware store and bought a piece of what's called edge-glued pine. I love the way it looked because it looks kind of like a butcher block, but the strips are thicker and it's thinner. As you can see, it's 3/4 of an inch, I think. So it's more appropriate for a camper because it's not quite as heavy, but it's still very, very sturdy. Anyway, I bought it, I cut it to size. I used the old dinette table as a template, but honestly it was exactly 2 feet by 3 feet, so it's very easy. I sanded it with multiple grits of sandpaper. I kind of showed this process in the kitchen renovation video, so if you watch that and just see what I did with the countertop, that's exactly what I did with this tabletop also. So I wiped it down with a tack cloth. Next I put on a coat of stain and then wiped that off after 5 or 10 minutes. And finally I put on, I think, 4 coats total of acrylic. I think it's called polycrylic, which gives it this nice shine and makes it easy to wipe down. I also spray painted these metal parts black. These are the original from the original dining table, but they were kind of, I don't know what color you'd call it, grayish. I wanted black to match the metal in the rest of the camper. Other little things I did included recovering the cushions with drop cloth fabric, and spray painted that hardware black also. Then of course I did the floors. I would love to do a video about the floors, but it was honestly so easy that there's nothing to really show. I mean, there's a million YouTube videos out there about how to do peel and stick vinyl flooring. Over in this area, there's really not that much to talk about because I talked about it already in the 2/3 done video that I did. The only thing I've done since then is I took apart this sofa, I unscrewed it and ripped off that green corduroy fabric that was on there because I had gotten paint all over it. I picked up this cover. It's actually a futon cover at a thrift store, which was so awesome because buying a cover for this, if you got a cheap, terrible one, it's like $30 and who knows if it'll even fit. Let's just say you're not gonna get it for $3 or $4 like I did. And right now I have my pile of decor on this couch, and in the kitchen I have all of the throw pillow options. So I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning, and then we'll get to the fun part, decorating this whole area. As you can see, I did paint the fridge black, so sorry, Team Yellow. I made this little corner shelf back when I was working on the bathroom counter, so I've been hanging on to it for quite a while, waiting for the perfect spot, and I think I'm going to put it in the corner above the couch. Isn't this the trendiest screw you've ever seen? Looks like it could be someone's logo. So to me, this area needs just some more warmth. So I got a basket to make into a light fixture right here. Let's see if it works. I already cut out the bottom. I think that looks pretty cool. You would think that decorating this wall would be something that I'm looking forward to, and it used to be, but now I cannot decide. I'm racked by indecision, and I know it's not that important. It's just like a piece of art on a camper wall, but it's so fun to decide that I kind of don't want to decide. So I have several options I have picked out. I have this, which does have a frame. This is a print from Etsy. I thought this would be cool because it's kind of like mid-century looking, kind of like the terrazzo is. That's the wallpaper. So I could do that. I could do this really cool frame I got from a thrift store that has a picture of a donkey on it. I just really like it. This was actually in my bathroom, but I thought maybe I would bring it in here. So I could do that. Or I could do this mirror that I also had in my house. I honestly can't pick. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to decide this. Maybe I'll bring the plants in and then see. Okay, plants, help me make up my mind. Since I have an Etsy shop where I sell macrame plant hangers, I also have about 1 million of them, and I would like to have a couple in here. I'm thinking about putting some macrame plant hangers over on this side under the right side cabinet. For plant hangers, I decided to go with the most popular one on my Etsy shop, the most popular one when I do craft fairs in person, and my personal favorite. By the way, when hanging plants in a camper, I highly recommend this kind of hook that has a little clip on the back so the things can't fall out while you're driving. That is looking good. I think I have too many plants in here, but I don't care. Love it. Thank you so much for watching this video that I made of finishing up the dinette and sofa area in my camper renovation. Like I mentioned before, I have a little video I did when I was like 2/3 of the way done, and this whole place was like a total construction disaster, and I did a video all about the renovation of the kitchen. Let me know if you think I made the right decision with this guy. I figured since I bought it on Etsy, I really wanted to make sure that it was in the camper somewhere, so let me know what you think. Anyway, thank you so much for watching again, and I'm gonna go inside and warm up. Bye!